Jaleel Johnson, fire away with questions whenever you're ready.
Jaleel, this is kind of just a big, broad question, but what has this been like for you since the off season with all the changes and new faces and everything that's happened?
Yeah, man, it's definitely been different. Just obviously, like you said, a whole bunch of new faces in here. But really, much hasn't changed. It's still the same thing. You know, we still playing here to play ball, and yeah, man, it's just not much change.
Jaleel, can you talk us through your process of the coaching change happens, and obviously everybody's got a decision to make. Do you stay? Do you go? What did you sort of go through? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, you know, obviously seeing Coach Gundy go, it hurt because, you know, he's the one that gave me the opportunity to play here. But ultimately, there's going to be changes, even in the NFL. You know, it's people come and go all the time, you know, and I decided that, you know, me staying here would have been my best decision, my best choice, because I have unfinished business here. The past 2 years haven't been great, and I want to be the reason why we changed the narrative.
Did you have a point where you either realized that you'd sort of come to that conclusion, or a conversation, or something that sort of made you think, okay, this is...
I'd be lying if I said that, you know, I didn't think about leaving, truthfully. But ultimately, you know, I just sat down, chopped it up with family, friends, coaches. You know, obviously Coach Moore's coming back. I knew we had a chance of getting Greg Richmond back, and, you know, that's a familiar face for me. And, you know, I decided that me staying here was my best choice.
How much time did you take to come to that decision to stay here at OSU?
It didn't take long. Obviously, you know, with everybody feeling how they felt about the season, you know, you get pressured in a sense, but it didn't take long for me. I knew that, like, I'm from Oklahoma City, so I knew this is where I wanted to be.
What's it been like building a relationship with Coach Morris, Coach Cassidy, and so many new faces on the staff?
It's been great. I love Coach Morris. I love Coach Cass. I meet with Coach Cass, you know, about plays and stuff like that. So I've gotten to know him pretty well. Coach Morris, he really believes in me. We've had great conversations. He's asked about my family and all that. And they take pride in getting to know their players, new or old. So, yeah, it's been a great experience with them.
Jaleel, the last time we saw each other was in a waiting room. How are you health-wise?
I'm good. I'm getting back to where I want to be, and I should be ready soon.
And with this defense, take me through the defense you started last season in. And I know you were out, but what you saw of the defense at the end of the year, and now Coach Cassidy's defense. I mean, yeah, give me a synopsis of each system and how it fits you.
Yeah. I really liked Coach Grantham's defense. I felt like it was great for me. He put me in position to make plays. Obviously with Bowen, I wasn't around. I don't know much about it, anything like that. But Coach Cassidy's, it's the same thing. He puts us D linemen in positions to make plays. He doesn't want us taking on double teams. It's a one-on-one block for all of us, and I really do like that.
Eric we talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he talked about the fact that it can't be a North Texas bunch, an old bunch, a new bunch, all that stuff. How have you sort of seen everybody trying to come together when you do have so many new guys, so many North Texas guys, and then you guys that came back?
Yeah. In the beginning, it was awkward. It was kind of like that, you know, North Texas guys, us guys. But as time went on, I mean, Coach Morris makes it like a thing that we are family. You know, he's separated our locker rooms. He's put us next to new guys. We sitting here next to new guys. We got an event coming this Saturday, you know, where a barbecue for all those guys, you know what I mean? They take pride in making us be friends and brotherhood, and yeah.
Eric talked about the fact too that when you guys eat, like, he'll talk and sit down with a different guy and try to, is he sort of modeling what he wants the rest of you to do?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yes, he is. He sat with he hasn't sat with me. Coach Kagan sat with me, and I mean, he do the same. Like, it's literally all the coaches, not just him. You know, all of them take pride in getting to know us.
Is there something that he said that really resonated with you that made you feel good about this decision to come back and play for him?
Yeah, obviously being wanted, you know, it makes anybody want to come play for him. He expressed to me how he, you know, wants me to lead the defense. He wants me to be here and be a part of this 2026 team.
Were there nerves going into that first
discussion with him? Like, what's he going to think about me? What's sort of the situation?
Yeah,
sort of
no.
what was that aspect of it like?
For sure, without a doubt. Obviously, I'm not around him. He wasn't around me, so we didn't know each other. I didn't know what he was going to think about me or how he felt about me. Obviously, it was a chance he didn't want me to be here. Obviously there was those nerves, but when I got on the phone with him and we had a conversation, it was good. So it made me want to come back.
What's it been like getting to work with defensive line coach Greg Richmond?
Oh, just like old times, man. He hasn't changed a bit, man. He's still, it's great, man. He's a funny guy. He likes to joke around with us, and he treats us as if we're his own kids. So it's good.
How do you mentally prepare for another install? You had one last year, you're going to have an install this year. What's that been like?
Honestly, it's just a lot of experience, man, because I've had a different defensive coordinator, different defensive line coach almost every year I've been here. So it's just kind of a thing I've gotten used to, honestly.
What stands out about Skylar Cassidy just as a guy, as a coach, interacting with him?
Really, like I said, it's just the fact that he cares about us, not only, football. He obviously cares about football, but he cares about us, like, more than the game. He wants to see us succeed. He wants to put us in positions to succeed. So, yeah.
Last year, you had a 60-year-old defensive coordinator. Now you go to a 30-year-old defensive coordinator. Can you talk about just compare and contrast that?
There's not really much of a difference, man, other than Grantham was very intense. And so is Cassidy, don't get me wrong, but he's a little more laid back. He's more down to earth. He kind of resonates more with us because he's more close to our age and whatnot. So, yeah.
You said the systems are similar.
Yes, they are.
Did Coach Richmond, did Greg recruit you when he was here?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So, and did you didn't spend any time in practice with him, did you?
No, I did, yeah.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry, my timeline's gone off. So what is it, I mean, you got to probably know his family. I mean, they stayed here when he went off, and like, how have you sort of seen him, back at home, essentially?
Yeah, no. We talked about it a little bit, about him coming back, and he said that it was a struggle, moving away from his family, because his family stayed here, and he went to Sam Houston in North Texas, so. And him coming back to not only to see his family, but to see us, the guys that, he coached back in the day. It was good for him. So I'm happy for him.
You mentioned talking to Coach Morris, maybe Skylar, Coach Cassidy. How much did they bring up what Greg Richmond told them about you? Because I'm going to guess they had that conversation before they talked to you.
Yeah. One of the first few things Coach Morris said Coach Cassidy said to me was that Jira said that offensive linemen have a hard time blocking you. So it's good to know that he was putting in a good word for me, and that not only they believe in me, but he believed in me enough to tell them to try to keep me here, to play here.
Also, your first winter with a new strength coach. Sort of what's that been like getting to know him?
Oh, yeah. It's good, man. He's definitely intense. Way different from Glass. I love Glass. I hate that he left, he was here with me for the past 4 years, but, change was needed, and I'm glad to have Kagans here.
What sort of stands out about him?
Yeah, the intensity. Yeah. He puts us on a very strict plan, like with certain things, like we have to hit a certain body weight, or you have to do a certain amount of weight on the bars and stuff like that. It's a lot more detailed, I would say. Yes.
Is there the way you sort of talked about unfinished business and everything when you were making your decision? Is there pride in, being able to stay here and look back on your career and just, see that you start, ending at the same place you started?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I'm loyal and true to the end. I love it here. And like I said, man, just the past 2 years, like I've used to watch Oklahoma State games growing up. Like this was never how it was here, and it's just unfortunate that it's been like this, but I want to be part of the reason why we turn this ship around.
Jaleel, to sort of piggyback on that, I mean, how have you sort of seen the guys that have come back, decided to stick through this, sort of impressing upon the new guys that you guys want this to be better, it needs to be better, that's become the tradition around here. Like, how does that sort of play with a fresh start, but also that experience that you guys have been through?
I think it benefits all of us, just, what happened, because, we know what it feels like to lose. Obviously, they came from a winning season, so they know what it feels like to win. So I feel like we can put our two senses together and come together and have a great year all around.
Jaleel, you said it doesn't seem that different, but you've got 82 new teammates. It's almost like you transferred.
Yeah, no, for
You know, how difficult is it for just guys to mesh, no matter where they come from, when so many people on both sides are just, I assume it took you forever to even learn everybody's name.
Yeah, no, I still don't know everybody's name. We still learning, but it's definitely an experience. It definitely does feel like I basically transferred to a new school because there's so many new guys. But like I said, everybody that came in, we're all brothers. Like we treat each other as such. We respect each other, so it doesn't feel like it's a new place because like I feel like I've known these guys already for a long time.
Different side of the ball, but can you talk a little bit about Drew and just his leadership and what you see at him?
Yeah, I'm excited for Drew. Truthfully, obviously we were struggling in the quarterback placement for a little bit. I see great potential in him, and even during morning runs, I've seen him take leadership and take control of the team, and I'm excited to see what he does for us.
Last one for Jaleel. Anything else? All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jaleel.